Nick here, and it is officially the last day of the year of 2017, and I wanted to do a year in review. So last year, I'm already in 2018. So earlier this year, I did a video talking about chasing fears and how I was tired of being led and kept down by my fears. So I thought it would be the perfect time to talk about and share some of the ways that I chased my fears down. Because I think it's important to share the experiences that we have to show that you can do it too. Yeah, I know that was super corny. So my fear chasing 2017 year in review starts with being focused on my health. And this year I have really been focused on doing things that are good for my body. I have stayed true to being a vegetarian with days of veganism, doing meal prep, and just really figuring out what works for me and going through the process of losing weight and weight loss. This is distracting the heck out of me. Stick that down. So that's what I've been focusing on this year, and it was a huge fear of mine in terms of being afraid of losing the weight to open myself up to the reasons why I had allowed myself to gain the weight. So it was a fear that I had to address and I needed to chase down because it was a ridiculous fear that was keeping me unhealthy and unhappy with myself and not able to live my best life. It's really hard to live your best life when you don't feel good. When you don't feel good about yourself, how are you going to have the energy or even be able to inspire yourself to go out there and to do the things that you have within those hopes and dreams? It's hard to convince yourself to go out there and do them when you don't feel good about yourself. So it starts with your health and focusing on doing something for yourself and getting yourself to that healthy place of being and living and thriving in the best you that you can be in the healthiest way as possible. So I've been really focused on my health. This focus has also helped me, like that one fear chasing caused this floodgate of different realizations after allowing myself to really truly be honest with why I was holding on to this weight, and it caused myself to have to be honest and truthful and go through the emotions and process through the emotions that I went through, and to hold myself accountable for making the changes that I need and to not allow myself to provide myself with excuses to hold tight to keep from challenging and pushing myself. I have this bracelet here. It says be bold. So it's be bold, and then it has a heart for the O. And it's a reminder that has really helped me, that has really served me to daily have this to look at, to remind myself to be bold, to have the courage to stand up and stand in my truth in the things that I want to accomplish, and to always do it from a place of love. And that has helped me. It has served me. It has opened so many things up within me because I've been working on my health, it has helped my mental clarity, my energy has increased, my vitality, I feel, is where it should be. I'm honestly thriving in that space. When you're at your best health, you're able to be at your best self. And when you require yourself to be and exist in that good space, you get what you put into yourself. So if you're putting goodness into yourself, goodness comes back out. You require that goodness. So through that process of working through my health and being a healthier person, a better me, a happier me, having the mindset, the clarity to truly begin to even look at the things that I want to accomplish, my hopes and dreams, to have the energy to even begin to even acknowledge that. I didn't have that before because I was not in a healthy state, physically, mentally, spiritually. So this year I've truly worked on that, and it has allowed me to evaluate my relationships, my personal relationships, my intimate relationships with friends, and those non-friend zone relationships as well, and taking a look at those and looking at myself in terms of how am I showing up in those relationships. Are they healthy relationships? Are they relationships that serve me? And this was something that I really struggled with, that I realized this year that I really struggled with, was caring so much more about how other people may feel by me standing up in my own truth, or saying something, or not wanting to do something, but doing it, justifying doing something that I didn't want to do, or going somewhere with a friend, or hanging out with people, or putting myself in situations that I just did not feel comfortable with, but because I didn't have the courage to stand up and say, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. It doesn't serve me. And be 100% okay in that has been the most beautiful realization, and a huge weight has been lifted off of my shoulders. A huge weight has truly been lifted off of my shoulders. I can truly say that I know who my friends are. I know what I need in a friendship. I have attempted to be more communicative, although that's something that I really have to focus on next year. That is something that I have identified that I really need to really truly work on, is building better connections with people and communicating more effectively, because we can always level up when it comes to communicating with people that are in our lives. But it has allowed me to really let go of the guilt of it has allowed me to let go of the guilt of not wanting or standing true to my needs and my desires, and being okay with someone not being happy with what I choose to do for myself. As a people pleaser, that is something that is really hard to get over. But it goes back to me focusing on my health and the realization that relationships, I get to pick and choose who I have a relationship with. I get to pick and choose those boundaries that I require of other people, that I invite into my world, invite into my circle, that I invite into my life. I have the power to set those boundaries, and it has really been a test in my fortitude, my courage, and also standing true towards those consequences when the boundaries are not honored, respected, or acknowledged to begin with. But again, it goes back to living in that good, healthy place in space, the healthiest me. And it has really highlighted how critical it is to be very, very selective in terms of who you allow into your circle, into your personal space. I know I have been guilty of having people that were very one-sided friendships and relationships. I can't even call them friendships, but relationships. And it didn't serve me in any way. It was draining emotionally, physically, and it drained my soul. It drained me spiritually because I was not aligning my values, my core values, and requiring the people that I let and invite into that sacred space. I wasn't requiring them to honor those rules for existing in my me zone. So another thing that has come out of this year is from a career focus is that I wholeheartedly I wholeheartedly know where my space is supposed to be. Like I can 100% say that this past year I have heard so many confirmations that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And through those confirmations and such, I have been doing these videos. And for the longest, I just I would talk myself out of it. Like, who would want to listen to me? What do I have to say? But it was through my clients' contacts. It was through random contact that I was having with people, through the people that I was bumping into within my world, and extending myself outside of my world, because that was something that I did push myself to do, is to go outside of my world, to broaden my interactions with people. It was through that I received the confirmation that this is a part of connecting with people and having conversations with my clients that I'm treating for whatever treatment they may be going through. There's a lot of conversations that we have. There's a lot of conversations that are had in terms of like lifestyle, things that they're going through, because there's a direct correlation in terms of your lifestyle, and your lifestyle entails your diet, it entails your personal relationships, it entails your career, it entails so many different things. It affects you. It affects you so deeply that I have come to realize that I need to focus on providing my clients the tools that they need in order to be healthier. So through the one thing that I focused on in terms of chasing my fears down has led me to this place of true clarity, of truly knowing where I'm meant to be, how I want to be, and being 100% comfortable and bold in saying that this is what I want. Those are my lessons in chasing down my fears. And the one common thing, there's one thing that I have truly been focusing on, and that is myself. I have been focusing on myself, reconnecting to who I am and requiring myself to be kind to myself, to require myself to be the way that I want other people to treat me, because it starts with how you treat yourself, the way you require yourself to treat you. That's how you require the world to feed back into you. You get what you put out. So if you're feeding yourself with goodness and you're being kind to yourself and gentle and loving and compassionate, you will have those same requirements of other people and the world around you. They will have to provide you with the same things that you require for yourself. So that is my fear chasing and review of 2017. I can't wait until tomorrow, until the next year. And I hope that, I also want to say this. I had a conversation. See how my clients they inspire these love chats. They really, really do inspire these love chats. I had a client today who we were talking about New Year's resolutions, and she felt so crappy, and she was really sad and really, really depressed after the Christmas holidays, because she said she realized she was going into 2018 and she hadn't accomplished anything that she had made a New Year's resolution for. I have stopped doing New Year's resolutions. I have stopped doing that. I don't set resolutions for the new year in the traditional sense. I set goals, things, areas in my life that I want to focus on, and really focus on that. I have learned to focus it on what I need, not what the world and society tells me I should be focusing it on. If it's losing weight, and even though society says it's the first of the year, you should sign up for this boot camp, lose weight, yada yada yada. Why wait until the first of the year? But anyway, I do want to say this. So I had a client today, and she was very upset, very sad, really, really sad about how she didn't feel like she accomplished anything in 2017 because she had this long list of resolutions. She had this long list of resolutions that she had created at the end of this time last year. And I want to say this, that if you didn't accomplish any of your resolutions, who gives a damn? Quite honestly, it doesn't matter at this point that you didn't do that. But what I want you to focus on, what I really, really want you to focus on, is identifying one thing that you did that was good. One thing. I promise you there's at least one thing that you did that was good. Think about it. Allow that one good thing to carry you into the next year, and focus on that good thing, and focus 2018 on doing another good thing. Do something good. Do something good. We do it all the time. We don't always think about it. It can be smiling at someone or making someone stay. You know, that's a good thing. It's a really good thing. I promise you, there's at least one thing that you have done this year that is good. So I just want to say goodbye to 2017. You have been an amazing year of significant life-changing lessons, some really hard, some that have brought me to my knees, and I wouldn't take any of those lessons away because they allow me to sit here humble in the reality that I survived it. And I now have an experience to pull from to do better the next time a situation arises that I may have to pull from that toolbox of experience. So I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys next year and share with you some love. Right?